many times I tell you? Not in the hall.
I got nothing to do.
You got the television.
Nothing but westerns. How come the bad guy never wins?
What am I, a philosopher? Bad guy never wins. He wants to change the culture of the world. Don't tempt me.
Get in.
What are you? Are you happy out here in the rain?
Pete, can we skip the jokes tonight?
We're a little grim.
We're grim.
Anything I can do?
That depends.
On what?
How much you think of Lee Davis?
Sergeant Davis? I like him fine.
That makes two of us. Just two.
I don't quite follow.
If this comes out slow, it's because it hurts. I just relieved Davis of duty. Put him on suspension. He's facing departmental trial, maybe even a criminal action.
What's the charge?
The worst one in the book. Homicide. Not justifiable.
Go on.
Davis is accused of shooting to death a drifter, a derelict. An unarmed derelict.
Lieutenant?
I've got 3 witnesses who saw Davis go into that room. They heard gunshots. A few seconds later, they saw Davis standing over the dead man, gun in hand.
It's rough.
It gets rougher. I've got another witness who swears she saw the actual shooting from her window across the street. And the clincher. The police lab made a match. The bullets that killed the dead man came from Davis's gun.
But you still don't believe a word of it?
Not for a minute. Not Davis. Best police officer I ever had.
He's in a box?
He's not the only one. As Davis' superior, I've got to ride the fence. Stay straight down the middle. I can't be any use to him.
Anything in the book says I can't give it a try?
Thanks for not making me ask. Here's Davis's address.
Can I ask it now? The big one? How does Davis say it happened?
You better hear it from him. Such a pathetic alibi. I couldn't go the route again.
Well, I'll get back to you.
Pete.
Hmm?
Thanks.
Sure.
City smells sweet after a good rain. You like music, Pete?
Hmm.
You dig this?
Chopin? It's a fine way to travel.
Don't get mixed up in it, Pete. Write me off. I'm expendable.
Yeah. Lieutenant Jacoby doesn't seem to see it that way.
A lot of man, the lieutenants.
You stalling, Lee?
Sure. Because I keep remembering how many times I told it. And that look in their faces. You gonna have that look, Pete?
Try me.
About 3 months back, I nailed a hood that the department was looking for. A cheap punk named Artie Coyle. Mugger. He'd strong-armed a woman in the park. The woman died. I tagged Coyle and he got 10 to 20.
Remember reading about it.
3 nights ago, I got a phone call at the precinct. A man, played it cagey. Told me that Artie's brother, Julie, was looking for me with a gun. If I'd come to the room on Leonard Street, he'd tell me where to find Julie.
You went to the room?
I went, stepped in, and got sapped from behind. Did you ever have that feeling, Pete? You're not completely out. You know what's happening, but you can't do a thing about it.
I know.
I could see that derelict staring wide-eyed. And then a man behind me grabbed my gun, fired 2 shots into him, dropped the gun, and beat it down the fire escape.
You picked up the gun to fire.
And that's the way the janitor found me, tied with a red ribbon. Funny, it's such a good frame, I feel I ought to applaud.
Well, at least there's a place to start.
Julie Coyle. Lieutenant's got a net out for him. He hasn't come up with him yet.
Yeah. Well, I've got a few ways to go not open to the lieutenant.
Pete? I know how wild this sounds. You believe me?
Did I ask you to tell it more than once?
Jacoby.
Lieutenant? Pete, look, that witness. The woman across the street in the window. Who is she and where do I find her?
Her name is Donna Carroll. She works as a dancer at the Star Theater on Fremont.
Is that a burlesque house?
Since when does she have to work in Shakespeare to be a witness?
All right, you've proved your point.
Pardon?
You're big and beautiful. You've got nice manners, but that doesn't change anything.
Miss Carroll.
The police have my statement. It's very plain. I saw that policeman kill that old man, and I'll say it again at the hearing. You're cute, but I've got a panting public and a number to do.
Well, you don't mind if I wait. I'd like to discuss it further.
Our stage manager used to be a wrestler. Do I have to call him?
No, you're doing all right without him. Thanks for your hospitality.
Eddie.
Just
Eddie,
fine,
Eddie.
baby. Just fine. You're just fine.
Fine. Oh, I can't take much more of this. It's dangerous, Eddie. It never should have started.
They're gonna pay, honey. All of them. They're gonna pay.
Why don't we just leave? We can go to New York, go to the coast, anything. But why don't we just get out of here?
I thought you understood, Donna. Not before it's over. And settled. They have to know how wrong it was. They hurt me. They've got to pay. They've got to pay. They've got to pay.
Sure you ain't got the wrong address, mister?
Not if your name's Coogan.
Coogan. You sure it couldn't wait? The late show is just coming up.
Yeah, well, maybe you could miss a couple of scenes?
So, how many times can a man watch the same plot? Suit's too expensive for a cop.
You're close. About your rumor, the man who was shot to death.
Oh, right in there. Nothing to see, though. Cops been over it like they was panning gold.
Mr. Coogan.
Coogan.
About the dead man?
The dead man. Please sit down. My back hurts. Please. Look. 100 times I told the cops. He was a drifter. Nobody with a built-in thirst. And don't try to build up anything. I'm in the clear. He signed the register. Cops took it with them. John Smith. What that cheap booze does to the imagination. You should have seen him. The money and the note in one hand, a bottle in the other. Feeling no pain.
Note? What note?
He had this address on it. Guess he didn't trust his memory.
What happened to the note?
Who remembers those things?
You, think you could force yourself?
Let's see now. He come in. He showed me the note and the money. He kept the note. No. I took it. And I dropped it in the wastebasket. Wait. What did I tell you? A regular Sherlock Holmes.
Any argument?
Can't fight it. The handwriting is different. Point is, what does it do for us?
It screams frame real loud.
Oh, come on, Pete.
Look, Lieutenant, it's moving.
All right, move it.
Whoever's building the frame picks up a derelict. steers him to a certain address in a particular room. Then he phones Sergeant Davis, promises him some information that he can use. Then he goes out on the fire escape, waits for Davis to come in. The rest of it reads the way Davis told it.
Could be.
It has to be.
Wait a minute, wait. Let's say we do buy it. Oh, Eddie.
Lieutenant? Okay if I clean the office?
Oh, sure, come on in. Let's say it runs that way. We could spend so much time. Jacoby. It's to you.
Hello. Oh, that's fine, Corky. Where? 410 Courtney, apartment 5. Thanks, Corky. You may not have to wait as long as you thought.
What?
Let's pick up Julie Coyle. Julie Coyle?
It was.
Looks like someone's always just a step ahead of us.
I've been thinking of something else. I hope Sergeant Davis got a good alibi for the last hour.
Well, that's about it. Looks like it's downhill all the way.
Everybody's trying, Lee.
Yeah, I know. Lieutenant's probably fighting for his life with the captain right now. Tell him I said thanks anyway.
Rough session?
Murder. Just murder. The captain and I did everything but throw punches at each other. He hit the roof. I couldn't blame him. Worse, I couldn't ignore what he was selling.
What is he selling?
The obvious. Davis claims he was framed, right? Probably by Julie Coyle. But then Julie Coyle is killed. Conclusion, the obvious one. Davis framed once, revenge kills Julie.
Lieutenant, you buy that, you're admitting that the killing of the derelict was a frame.
I know. But it gets even crazier. That woman witness, Donna Carroll, she swears there was no frame. She swears she saw Davis kill the derelict. Gets to be a case of which paper do you read? Don't tell me you still got another way to go.
Maybe. We got that phone call here telling us where to pick Julie up. We go to pick Julie up, he's dead. Now, who else would know where to find him?
What are you looking at?
That janitor. He overheard the conversation I had with Corky.
Oh, come on, Pete, you're pressing.
Look, he said he came in here to mop. He didn't do much of a job.
Davis, what's Eddie Wiley got against you?
Wiley? The kid from maintenance? Nothing. He couldn't have. All I've ever tried to do was to help him. Both times.
What are you talking about?
He's a nice enough kid, Wiley. Wants to be a policeman, wants it real bad. Took the academy test twice. Missed out both times. The worst part of it is, you know, I teach marksmanship over there. And I'm the one that had to fail him. Both times.
Let's go. Wiley,
Hi, Lieutenant.
let's go into the office.
Anything wrong?
Just a little talk about Sergeant Davis.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The derelict who died.
I don't know any derelict.
And Julie Coyle who
I don't know
died.
Julie Coyle. I don't know him. I don't know him. I don't know him!
service tube.
Come on up, Eddie. You got no place else to go.
How did you find out? Donna? Did she tell you? That must be it. Donna, she did tell you, didn't she?
Eddie, come on up. We're not going to hurt you, Eddie. Come on up.
No. No. It stinks out there. It stinks. They never let up. They give you a mop and a bucket and a title maintenance man. It still means janitor. And nobody looks at you. You're a nothing man. Just something on the end of a mop. I want somebody to look at me. Just once to see me. It would have been, except for Davis. He was against me, too.
Rough. Man living in frustration and hate. Like living in a cell.